afternoon, everybody. Well, I've got another Lock&Co hat here. It's one that's seen a bit of action, I think, and been worn. It's gathered a lot of dust. As you can see, it's a bit bashed on the crown here. But as we all know, Lock&Co is made out of some very nice felt, and with a bit of fettling, can probably come back to be a nice hat. So it's one that's a little bit older. As you can see from the liner there, the liner has some body fluids in it, as you'd expect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold back the leather sweatband that's in here, and just when you're doing this, do it very carefully, because a lot of these bands do dry out. In fact, they would really benefit from some leather restoration cream. So I'm just easing it out because somebody stuck they've used glue rather than sewing. So fair enough, that's what Lock&Co did, but they've glued over the little label that's inside. So there we are. The liner has now come out. So what I'll do is I will put that into a small bowl with, do you know the little washing tablets that you get for your washing machine to do your weekly wash in? Put one of those into the into the bowl, soak it overnight, and it will get rid of any smells or any discoloration or well, basically anything in there, and bring it back to a nice new liner. I mean, of course I could put another liner in, but that would take away the fact that it's a Lock&Co hat, and I don't want to do that. So it's all about the provenance of the fur felt. No, let's put that to one side for a minute. This is a 7 3/8, so it's a size 60, which is my size. It's black, and it's got H38, 3, 3 and 666, which I guess is probably something to do with the model number of the hat. I'll have to do some checking on that. So whilst I'm waiting for the steamer to steam up and get ready, I will just clean the leather sweatband. So all we're going to do is going to take my trusty cloth and just fold it over to get an area where I can put some of this cleaner, which is it's a leather cleaner really that I use in my car. So it cleans the inside of the hat sweatbands really quite well, and it's just a bit of agitation, nothing too major. In fact, what I do tend to do is do it a bit like this first of all, and then put a bit of steam on it, and then do it again, you know. But yeah, I think you'll soon get the idea when you start doing this as to how much either pressure or cleaner that you need to put on to get the body fluids off of the leather. But a lot of companies, dare I say it, people like Christy's and Co, don't use a particularly good leather, in my opinion, and it's quite brittle or quite hard. I actually quite like the softer leathers. I bring mine in from America, and they're a very, very soft leather. But Lock&Co do use a nice leather sweatband, so you should be able to clean it up and bring it back to some form of usable condition and nice and clean. So that being done, what we're going to do is pop this onto the hat former here, and that way it gives me something to push against when I'm going to try and get the dust off of this hat. So let's use a roll of tape. Note to oneself: need some more tape. Right. There we go. And all we're doing is we are literally just padding over the top of this felt hat, just to get the bulk of the dust and the dirt off. I've said it before, it's quite satisfying when you see what actually comes off. And it's funny, the actual colour seems to come back into the felt, because of course dust is made up of, well, lots of different elements, and therefore different colours, and therefore will reflect the light in a different way and make the hat appear a different colour. So, wow, that's coming up nicely. Problem with me is that I see a lovely hat like this in my size, and I don't want to let it go. You know, it's so hard when you find something that you really like and value. You know, but I have to say that it's like anything in life. There'll always be another one coming along to actually fill the gap, so to speak, and be a nice hat to have. So that's one of the perks of the trade, I guess, is having the choice of what to wear. Anyway, I'm just going to put this inside. Well, let's get some more because it's run out of sticky. So I'm going to do the interior of this as well, which I don't normally do because I'll normally leave the liners in, but of course, as we've already said, that liner's a little bit dirty. Could do with a freshening up, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to freshen it up for the next owner, and whilst I get the chance to wear it over Christmas, I will. Right, so then let's just pop that in there. So now we've got a lot of the felt in there that's got the sort of debris bits and pieces is all coming off, so that's nice. Okay, so we'll just get rid of those. So now what we're going to do is put it back on the block here, and like I've said before, if you haven't got a block, and most people don't, let's be honest, something from the kitchen like a bowl or even I know it sounds daft, but you know, something like a child's toy that might be similar, like a football or something. It might be just big enough to get your hat in there, a small ball, and give it a bit of rigidity, because that's all you're trying to do here is use. This is the two stiffness. One is stiffer than the other, and this is a restoration hat brush rather than a hat brush which is a lot softer to use in a day-to-day just maintenance of your hat. Now this grosgrain got a few creases in it where it's as you saw when we first got here, it was crushed down, so the steam will actually get those creases out of the grosgrain. I don't think it's a grosgrain that I'll have to renew, to be fair. I think it will be absolutely fine. Look at that come back already in the open crown. Look at that. It's just lovely. It's just tantamount to the quality of the hat, really. And it's a nice fur felt. It's very, very soft to feel. Yeah, I mean, you know, I do like a good Lock&Co hat, and the guys there at Lock&Co, Max and his team, are really, really lovely when you walk into into the shop with a Lock&Co hat on. Even without a Lock&Co hat, they love to see you. They've got a museum at the back of the hat shop there, and that's always lovely to go and see. So now I'm going to introduce some steam and then put it back on the block and form it again in the open crown. So let's just have a look and see what steam we got here. Yeah, we're all right. So by introducing the steam, it if you like, feeds into the felt and makes it come up again. I'm just trying to ease out the grosgrain here with a little bit of help. Just easing it, not anything more than that, just teasing it out. There we go. And got to be very careful you don't burn your hands, because honestly steam is very, very hot, of course. I certainly burnt my hands on a few occasions, so believe me, it's not a pleasant experience. Right. So there we are. Just there we are. Nice. So that's sort of brought back the hat to an open crown. And what I'm going to do now is get a brim block out and pop it on the brim block. So sorry about my back. There we go. Right, now let's put it on this brim block and just line it up nicely. Yep. And let's just put a very small amount of steam over it. There we go. And it just freshens it up whilst it's on there. I'll give it a little bit of a brush. Oh, this is coming back really nicely now. Let's put a bit of steaming it inside will get rid of some of the I guess usage marks, steam, whatever you want to call it, body fluids. You know, that will all be taken care of. We'll just give it a bit of a wipe over inside here. There we are. Right. So that's sort of freshened up the brim a little bit. Just pop that over there for a minute. And now let's see if we've got I think probably, yeah. I think it's yep, I'm pretty certain it's that sort of shape. We just tease it in. See, I'm using my thumbs just to sort of tease in the shape here, and it will start to come back. I'll just put a bit of steam on there and inside as well. And we'll just see. I think it was. Yeah. More of a sort of central there we go. It's not quite going in how I'd like it to, but there we are. That's better. I think that smells right. And then there we go. There's a very nice, usable Lock&Co hat. Now, it's supposed to be a size 60, so let's see if it will fit me. Just take that off for a second. Yeah, that's a size 60, all right. Yep, that's a nice feel now. So there we have it, a nice size 60 Fedora from Lock&Co in a greyish black, ready for its next owner, and I'll be going up on the site shortly for sale.